Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ruby. I'm very content to be here once again. Today's topic is fear, how to overcome fear. When we hear the term fear, we immediately think of something negative. However, fear is here with us for a reason. It helps us stay safe and alive. Fear is usually triggered by when we feel that we are going to be attacked physically, emotionally, or psychologically. Usually everybody has some type of fear. And remember, we are not born with fear. We learn fear. We learn it from our caregivers, family members, our experiences, or past traumas. And at times, fear can really prevent us from enjoying life and thriving. So what are some of the most common fears? The number one is public speaking. Usually people are afraid of public speaking because they are afraid of being judged. They think that people are going to think that they're stupid, that they're dumb, and obviously this comes from past experiences. At times, they, especially when they were children, they might have been laughed at, they might have been shut down. So if these insecurities aren't being treated, then they can, develop to this. So what to do in this case if you're shy of public speaking, if you're afraid? One of my suggestions is first think, is this a valid reason or is this just, my imagination? So first, start going out in social events. Start talking to somebody, somebody that you may feel connected to, somebody who you will feel comfortable to. Start talking to them. If you're going to do a big speech in front of a big group of people, remember, revise what you're going to talk about. Practice. And remember to feel confident. Just like we imagine fear that this and this is going to happen, train your mind to think the opposite. Think everything's going to be okay. If you're going to be in front of hundreds of people, start thinking, you know what? Everybody feels the same way I do. Think like if you knew these people already. And that's going to trigger your mind to think, oh, I'm comfortable. Everything's going to be okay. The second one is heights. This is very close to me. Heights is my number one fear. I have been afraid of heights since I can remember. Going to sitting on top of, the seats in a stadium, mountains, driving up high, very high. That triggers me. If you're afraid of heights and you're familiar with it, you know how your hands start sweating, they tingle, you feel that sense of disassociation. So there's a lot of things that go on there. My first suggestion for this one is start slowly. Put yourself in that situation. Go hiking. Go places where you're going to be elevated. And when you're there, think, is this is this part of my imagination, or am I in danger? Then you will realize that you will be okay, that everything's okay. Start little by little. Putting yourself in that situation is the only way that's going to conquer the fear. So let me give you a brief experience that I had. I went to Big Bear with my children. I didn't want to go because of that. I did not want to drive. So they insisted that we go to the snow. And I had told them already that I was scared of heights and that I did not want to drive around in circles through the mountains. It's like 8,000, 9,000 feet high. So anyhow, they convinced me and I said, okay, this is my opportunity to try. And I did. I drove. But as I was driving, I started feeling my hands tingling. I started feeling my head like basically detaching from me. I started sweating. My heart started pounding. But as I was doing it, I was conscious that I was okay. I started telling myself, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. And you know what? Thank God we made it safely. So even though I probably not 100% there, I tried. And I'm happy about it. Number 3, going to the dentist. This is another very common fear. So why is this a fear? A lot of the times people fear the needle, the pain, or past experience where it has been very painful. So what to do in this case? One of the suggestions is to talk to the dental staff, let them know your fear, anticipate, let them know what your fear is. That way they can work around you. During the procedure, listen to music, watch television, set a really pretty image in your mind, and that should help you through the process. Number 4, flying. People often fear flying. They feel claustrophobic. They feel like they're going to lose control. So how to overcome fear of flying? Remember, you have to think again. Is this something real, that something is going to happen to me, or it's a product of my imagination? Anticipate. Take deep breaths, start relaxing techniques when you're up in the plane. Listen to music, start a conversation, read a book, sleep, do something. What to do after? Remember, everything's okay. I'm alive. Okay, so these are little things that, just like you started putting all these negative things in your mind that created the fear, all this is going to reprogram your mind into making it think things are okay, nothing is wrong. Number 6, social interactions. A lot of people are afraid of going out and being social, being in social settings with a lot of people. What's the cause of this? Some people fear that they are going to be judged. Some people feel that they are going to be attacked by others. People fear that they are going to be in a dangerous situation and they will not be able to get out of it. What to do in this situation? Start by going to public places where there's not a lot of people. Slowly start integrating yourself into this environment. When you're there, look at how you're feeling. Analyze how you're feeling and start telling yourself again, it's okay, I'm okay. When you're done, when you feel like you've done enough, go back. Try it again in a couple of days or next week. So little by little, you're going to start, applying yourself into these situations that will help you. Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. This fear obviously starts when you're little, for many different reasons. And if it's not treated, it continues into adulthood. And what happens in adulthood, a lot of people fear, of not having that visual stimuli, of not being able to see what's around. So what to do in the situation? When you go to sleep, usually, set a light that's going to dim itself slowly. If you do hear something, get up and see and make sure that everything is okay. Slowly, you will start realizing, again, you will have your mind starting to reprogram into thinking in a positive way that everything will be okay. Number 8, people tend to be afraid of starting new relationships, starting maybe a new business, a new career. And these are usually caused by past experiences where maybe you were hurt, where maybe you lost a lot in a job. But remember, this is a really important way to see it. Reflect and think, is this true or is this just a product of my imagination in my past? And what to do in this case? Start again little by little, integrating into maybe a new relationship, into maybe starting a new career. And again, analyze the good things about it. Analyze the good things that are happening, as this will start your reprogramming your mind again into positives, and it will help you overcome the fear little by little. Well, this is the end of my video. I hope I was able to entertain you for a little bit and hope you were able to learn some stuff. If you find yourself fearing any of the areas that I spoke to or something else, it's always important to start putting yourself in that situation slowly and think about it again. Is it real or is it a product of my imagination? Or if it's a product of past trauma, seek professional help. But remember, if we continue to feed this fear, it will prevent us from living a happy life. It will prevent us from thriving in life. And this is not good, because if we let it go, these can, if we continue to feed the fear, all this can lead to phobias. And when phobias become part of our lives, then it becomes, very, very destructive on our daily living. Well, hopefully, I was helpful today. Remember to subscribe. Remember to leave any comments, any suggestions. We'll be happy to read them, and see you next time. Bye-bye.